Yes, this is perspiration. This side, not so much. Painting arm, flowing, flowing. Obscenely hot today. Obscenely hot. Hey, Darius, Brendan, John, Jeremy. What's up, dudes? I'm just over here sweating my ass off. The inside here is set at 74, I believe. And if you walked from outside in the paint shop to in here, you would think you were walking in an igloo. Dude, it is brutal. Brutal. Like the air inside to not like make you shiver would probably need to be set on about 80. Like if you walked in from outside and came inside and it was set at 80, it would probably be comfortable. But like it's 74 and it's freezing in here. 112 heat index in Western Kentucky. That's terrible. That is terrible. I might have to send Amy and the girls over to my mom and dad's house because our AC can't handle that. If it's 112 heat index outside, it'll be 85 in our house. It can't keep up. And I don't think it's insulated and just everything, windows, flooring, roof. Uh, Good report. Somebody already fishing one? It was stormed and it was super humid. Went to move my truck early and walked in and threw 75. It was cold. Yeah, exactly. Uh, Smoking 75. Ouch. Well, let's get to tested in a pool. That didn't count. Who was the pool tester? Oh, holy shitballs, dudes! I just poured yellow paint everywhere. What is going on? What is going on? That was not cool. Brendan, you have a pool too? Damn, bro, you live a life of luxury. Ponds everywhere. Go test it in your pool. Lay in your jacuzzi and think about what bait you want to get next. Lifestyles of the rich and famous over there at Brendan's house. Uh, Damn it, painter dude, I know. Brendan, it was you. Uh, Brendan, you were the pool guy. You were the pool boy. Good job, Butterfingers. Yeah, that was. I didn't think that was that much paint in that container, and I didn't think that it was that viscous. That was kind of runny. Uh, Family purchase. Was it one of the? Is it like a real pool, or is it like one of those Texas water troughs that's just like a metal water trough that you swim in? Which those are kind of cool. I'd kind of like to have one of those. Um, I bet the red hook looks sexy, Darius. I will use red hooks, even though I think they're inferior and they're shitty. I'll do them just because they look cool. I don't care. I'll do it just because they look cool. Uh, Steve, if you're watching, this could be this could be your best bait. This style. These came out pretty sexy. I don't know what they are. They're like a hybrid Balsa B3 Killer B thing. Uh, Size hooks, fours are what I tested them with. Although it could fit a two. A three would probably be ideal, but I don't know if that will hinder any walking action. Um, but I don't think a 3 would hinder it too much, but from the action I saw that appealed to me was with a number 4. Um, walks and pops just fine. There you go. So you can tote a 3. Um, but like I said, I didn't test it with a 3, so I don't know. This one is a this scale color is like a 4 color color shift, but those never work for me. I never get the I never feel like I get the full spectrum of the shift. Um, 3 round bends would work perfectly because I used 4 short shanks. So even 4 long shanks would probably work better because they would be closer together. But number 4 short shanks have a pretty decent gap between the hooks from them hanging. So you could probably use regular shank 4s and have a little more dangle and be okay. Or number 3, if you can get them, long shank would be perfect. Um, uh, mowing, not good. Not good. Canadian retailers don't like odd sizes. Neither do American retailers. Uh, 3s are hard to find. I found them in an old tackle shop down here from who knows how long ago. But they had them, and they were a little pricey, but I bought them. I bought them. I like to have a number 3 occasionally. That's why I used to buy Lucky Craft hooks because they came in odd sizes. You know what I did? I dotted these eyes before finding my lighter. Not smart move. Uh, Jeremy, he's already he's already put himself in detention. I don't have to. Uh, 4 on the front and a 4 short on the back. That's good. A good combo, Darius. Darius, when are you going to get out there and sling that thing around? Burns, dude, are we triple dotting? Nah, no triple dotting for me. I don't have time for that shit. Double is about as good as I can get. I did do a crawfish last week and I got to single dot them. That was pretty exciting. Yeah, Jeremy, next time, just let that shit grow, bro. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. I'm going to need a bigger drill bit for those things. Monstrosities. I'll leave the triple dotting to Pryor and Jacob Heron. Y'all can have that. Yeah, I could have dotted 500 baits with the amount of paint I just spilled. I would love to have Jacob come down here and dot eyes for me. That would be wonderful. Although I do kind of enjoy it. I wish you'd have been around when I was up there. So I could just paint a bunch of shit and say, hey, Jacob, dot these. That would have been really weird to be able to assembly line. Hey, Jacob, dot all these I's on these 50 baits you built, and I happen to just randomly paint. I wanted to see his Ozark that I did with eyes on it. He posted it on Woodbait Nation, but it looked like it was eyeless still. Darren likes to triple dot eyes. Guys are serial killers that do that. Guys are serial killers that do that. These are a little floppy, and I feel like it's gonna end not good. Something is going to bump something else. Let's see. Where's my biggest drill bit? This thing. Just load it down. Okay, loaded it and it still doesn't look big. They still look teeny. My heater. I wish I had picked a popper this afternoon. I took the launch frog so I could throw it in the slop. I had a big swirl under some duckweed. Biggin gave me 2 shots, Mr. Both. Ouch. Ouch. I don't know what this thing's doing. I don't know what's square on it. They're kind of crooked, but I did it by the lip. Whoops. Back of a big pen would have worked. I could have probably used this. Too late now. Too late now. Where's South Jersey? Where's South Jersey? I got some real nerdy stuff that I'm sure those Delaware River fish would eat. What do you know about that? What do you know about those dudes? All right, let's go to these. Let's go to this tap thing. Okay. All right, now I need a little teeny. I'll just lightly dot this one. Same bit, less paint. Perfect. Perfect. That one's pretty sexy. Full brim. It's a decent sized worm. Let me Let me get these dotted and I'll pull them back out. I'll whip them back out. I'll whip my worms out. Root. I'm watching some people try in 3. They're not as many that can do it well. No, it's not. I mean, I feel like if you can 2 dot eyes, you can 3 dot eyes. Dotting's dotting. It's just patience. My problem is I don't have time for 3 coats because I need these. I need these done ASAP. And if I were letting these sit overnight, wouldn't be a problem. But I'm trying to get these bitches done today. So I can get out of the damn heat. Excuse me while I whip this out. Be patient. I'll whip my worm out in a minute. All right. What is that? What is that? I don't know. Looked a little dirty. Oh, I need to redo my little holders because they're getting a little wobbly. They're getting a little wobbly. All right. Do these. Yeah, we need to do a Cato collab where Josh just pours mine. And I paint his. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because then we're basically one people. We're basically the same company. I have no camera on my boat, waiting for GoPro to send me my new one. I think the new ones are junk. Anyone else have any trouble with the 10? I don't know which one I have, which I don't use it enough to even know if it's good or not. I have a 4 silver that was always great. Bama Bass still filmed back in the day when I filmed with him. He was using a 4 silver still for certain stuff. He had some reasoning that he liked them. I said, well, that makes me feel better. I don't know that I've ever seen. I don't know where you watch people triple dot eyes. What channel is that? What TV show is that on? I need to send you that video I sent Burns and Josh yesterday. Those fours had a 3.5 millimeter mic jack. Is that good? Tim, what's up? Thanks for joining. We're just lulling everybody to sleep with silence and ASMR of cigarette lighters flicking, and that's about it. Burns, you watching some MLF today? Am I packed? No. I will pack tomorrow. I will pack fishing stuff tomorrow after I ship all this shit out. And then I will go home and pack. Clothes never take long at all. I'm a fast packer. I don't have anything. All day long. Who's winning today? All right. I need another color. I need like white or something. The baits, these 10 are for Eric. The other are Scott York's. I had 5 BGCs I needed to paint before I left that I wanted to get done, but I didn't get around to them. My airbrush was acting up, and I decided I'm not going to force the issue. I'm just going to wait. I'm not staying at Hella's house, no. I need something to wipe these off with. I'm staying. He's going to pick me up directly from the airport and then take me somewhere. And then we're going to go. I have to get a Airbnb on for Monday night. He's dropping me off beside the road and letting me find my own way. All right, those are done. Oh, no, they're not. I have more. Getting ready to kill some northern fish. If they're edible, yes. I did get my clear in, luckily. Biggest smallie so far is 6.02. KVD caught it today. That's pretty good. Let's see. What do I need? What do I need? Brian, I looked on Airbnb and I found some nice rooms. It looks like some old ladies have, and they look. Their reviews seem to say that they're friendly. Amy said, "What does it mean, friendly?" I was like, "I think they're just nice people. I don't think they're like coming in there to service you." She's like, "You sure?" I don't know. I think. No teeth is always friendly. Yeah, so we'll see. Um, Tim, was that on your? Was that a possibility? I didn't know you were from up that way. Um, Seen a 32-pound bag from Sturgeon Bay over the weekend. That's pretty strong. Yeah, I'm gonna get thrown off the flight because all my fillet knives. Can't bring a Bubba blade on a plane. What's wrong? Uh, oh. No bass. Most of the people I've met up there were pretty nice. That's what it seems like. Uh, so it should be interesting. What place I kind of finally decide on as far as living arrangements for Monday night. Uh, Old swingers, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Burns, I've flown with frogs before, in my carry on, and I didn't catch any shit for it. So I think I'm going to de-hook everything and bring split ring pliers, and then if they have a problem with hooks, I'll just say take all the damn hooks. And I can keep my baits, but or I could just put them in my carry on. I mean my check bag and be fine. Because Amy said I get 2 check bags, so not that I need them, but I'll have one with snacks, baits, a few pair of clothes. Um, the days with hooks on a plane are over. Check them. Yeah, I'm trying to think when I flew. I flew from. I was in Austin, so I flew from Austin to Birmingham for a snag proof tournament, which wasn't too long ago. I mean, I guess it was 5, 6 years ago, 4 years ago. I fished Sturgeon Bay. I will never go back. Go through Chicago and never go back through that city again. Don't let Sean lie here, you Darius. He'll have a little tear in his eye. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out something with the hooks. Josh, do you fly with hooks? You seem to fly places. You seem to fly places. Hmm. I just flew molds, razors, and resin. Nothing was said. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Chicago doesn't seem like it would be the easiest place to drive, much less pulling a boat. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to pull a boat through Chicago. It'd be like the vacation movie where they stop to ask directions and then they turn around and all their tires and wheels are gone. uh, wasn't that Vegas? I mean, it wasn't Vegas vacation. It was just the regular National Lampoon's Vacation. Um, it is such a wonderful place. Hell, if y'all saw some videos in Mobile, you'll think y'all never want to come here either. It's like little Chicago down here. South Jersey. Oh, now that you're here, I can show off my fancy worms that Jeremy was looking for. What do you know about these, bro? What do you know about these? What do you know about these, bro? It's a wacky rig worm. We'll see what it does. Waste of money. Waste of my money? It's only 1,050 yen a pack. These were 700 yen. I wonder why this color was so much more. Oh, it's like Aaron's Magic. It's pretty. Another stupid ass bluegill color, dude. I hate this color. Why? Smoke with blue and silvery flake and maybe some gold in there. It's like the worst color ever. Why does anybody that would be what I would like to get. That would be the knowledge I would like to get from this live stream. Does anybody catch fish on the typical standard bluegill colored soft plastic, which is smoke with blue flake and maybe silver and gold flake in it? I never caught jack shit on it. It doesn't look like a bluegill to me either. So, yeah, I don't know why people keep making it. Who's fishing it? Who's buying it? Maybe everybody's buying it a couple times, but they don't use it. Got to the north end of town at 1 and got to the Indiana line at 7. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, the bluegill. I have a bunch of bluegill tubes. South J, did we talk about the... Oh. Ooh, where are they? Where are they? I had them out to ask you about. Here. Yeah. Are these still being made? I don't know that a lot of people have seen these. Boottail Apollo 5.9 from DRT. You don't see them much. Don't make them. Pretty good little swimmer. I wonder why they discontinued them. Wonder why. I mean, they're made in China. Probably not costing much to have this 3-pack. It does, and it was meant to be paired with the shuttle jig. Interesting. I don't know. I would think that would be something worth having in your lineup, just as residual items for guys wanting to try DRT stuff. Cheap enough, not hurting anything. Markup should be good. U.S. retailers should be clamoring for anything DRT. So odd. Does Zoom have a Cinco style bait? I think they have kind of one, but I don't think it really looks like a Cinco. The Zlinky. What does that look like? Zoom Zlinky. Oh yeah, it does look pretty Cinco-y. The Zlinky. I haven't seen it in a store yet. Um, Dudley's Wacky Worm. What happened to his jig head that was supposed to be the perfect jig head with the little feelers on it? Did that not take off? Does anybody own those? Dudley may possibly be a bigger douche than Duckett, but it would be a close race. Uh, Josh, listen, dude. Guys who have fake sleeve tattoos are not douches. You can't call a guy with a jumping sleeve tattoo a douche. Mm, hands are nice and pruny from gloves. Pocket rockets getting thrown. About time, Brian. Uh, the Yamamoto Cinco is the king. I wish y'all could have gone in Yamamoto's little tackle shop at his house when we went there. It he had a little tackle store set up so he could gouge his guests on Cincos and whatever else. It was mainly Cincos on the wall, but it was just a little room, kind of on the back porch area, and it wasn't really set up as like a storefront, but it kind of was. It was mainly like a pegboard with some worms on the wall and like his shit laying around. Um, and the dude had like his junk rods and reels laid up in the corner, and it was like metaniums and like all these like super high end Shimano reels, and I was looking at them, and they like had like an inch of dust on them, dude. Like they hadn't moved. I was like, damn, I wonder if Yamamoto will cut me a deal on his junker junker rods and reels that are sitting in the corner. Um, but at his tackle shop, full retail, no discounts for shopping at the Yamamoto Ranch and staying there and fishing. You yeah, you got to pay premium. Um, I was waiting to see some like really wild stuff, like some custom stuff, just like open bags of like test pours and shit like that. But I think Yamamoto's too old for that. He don't care. Darius, did you watch that old FLW tour back in the day where Yamamoto was out there on the ledges and he was throwing his Cinco weightless in like 20 feet of water and letting it sink and catching those fish? Did you ever go do that? How big is his ranch? Um, it's ranchy. It's big. It's probably I'm guessing 2,000 acres. Um, it's large, um, very large. And the house was like 20 bedrooms, I think. It had this one side that was just like rooms, and I think there was like 15 on there. And then there was like this other side that had a bunch of rooms, and it was like a lodge. It wasn't really a house. He lived off to the side, kind of in this little add-on shack. I peeked. We got to go in there. It was like everybody else's house. There was like a kitchen table, and it had like this much mail stuffed on it, and there was like fishing rods laying around. Like it was like dirty as shit. It was awesome. I was really surprised. Uh, Just shit everywhere. No, that Kyle. He had one, two, three, four. I think he had 5 ponds, 4 or 5 ponds. Um, he had a lot of ponds. So it was hell. I have not started packing yet. I've kind of got some tackle thrown together, but I'm basically gonna get these baits ready to go, and they'll be done. I'm gonna get the baits ready to go, pack them up, ship them out, and come in here tomorrow and grab a few things that I might need, and um, hit the road, or not hit the road, but head home and throw clothes together. Um, Mentally packing, yes, I've packed everything in my brain. Amy was asking me about. She was asking me something about. She was like, "Can I drive your truck like a couple hours away?" And I was like, "I wouldn't do that." I was like, It's not running great." She's like, "Why? What needs to be replaced?" And I was like, and she asked me. She said, "You've got a new set of tires out back. Why haven't you put those on? Your tires are slick." I said, "Well, because I need new tie rods. I need new ball joints. I need to have my front end aligned. I need to do a lot of work on the front end of my truck, and it wouldn't really do me any good to put new tires on my truck and have them wear shitty." And she's like, "Oh." And she said, "Why don't you just make a list?" I said, "I have a list, a very long one." She said, "Stuff to do your truck?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Where is it?" Said, "It's in my mind." She's like, "Do you know everything?" I was like, "Oh, yeah. I think about it all the time." And I was like, "Because I'm always adding to it." And I started thinking about it, and I was like, "What I need to do is get that blue truck running out back, my old truck. It would probably be easier that way. I could take apart my black truck and leave it if I needed to, and have something else to drive." So that's the plan, is to get my blue truck running. It needs a gas tank and a fuel pump, sending unit, all that kind of stuff. $200, and then I just got to rewire the whole wiring harness. Um, Put me on the juice, yes. Put me on the juice. I'll take pike holes. Pike holes are fine by me. As long as I wake up and it's not 80 degrees, I'll be happy. I don't care what the high is. Uh, Waking up and gasping for air because it's already 80 outside, because 85 is the low. Uh, I'll pass on that. I'm sick of it already. Still cloudy. Morgan, it will be flipping if it's post front and bluebird. Still cloudy, but I think I'm going to have to flip with all the lightning. They seem to get tight stuff after that. Yeah, I don't know what lightning does to fish, but they get goofy. I did catch one last year or 2 years ago in a tournament in some in a torrential downpour thunderstorm, and I typically never catch shit when it's like hammering down like that. But I caught the biggest fish of the day, or not the biggest fish of the day, but like a 3.5 pounder on a swim jig. I think that fish was like on a nest or something. I don't know. Hell, I've been to some pretty good. Been to some pretty good prick lakes. Been to some juice private lakes in my day. We'll see how they compare. Big Bike will pull your string and steal your baits. How going? You can be on the back lane. You can anything fish on front. For 30 different cranks, frogs, and jigs for 3 hours. Hell's going to grab his wacky rig rod and catch a 6-pounder on the first cast. I hope not. I hope it's not one of those days. Hella, you would be surprised at our fish. I think our fish on the lower end would be akin to y'all's fish. The only difference is they don't grow very large. Like they are very thick and they're very stocky, but like they have like their growth is stunted at like 12 inches. I think the boom of the lightning is what messes them up and shakes the ground. Yeah, it must do something to their lateral line. I've got 3 project trucks out here behind the shop. I keep saying I'm going to get on the road. They're still back there. Tim, what are they? They're strong. I like that. 18.5-inch 4-pounders. That's pretty impressive. I think the shortest, fattest fish I ever caught down here, it was on the Alabama River. It was, I think it was 17 inches and weighed like 498. It was a freak though. Like in 30 years of fishing the river, that's the only one I've ever seen like that. I don't know where it came from. Like I have a feeling somebody released that from a pond somewhere because it was not native genetics. That fish came from somewhere else. So how are my eyes looking? Are they getting ready to dot? Maybe. I do have a couple spinner baits I'm going to bring. Need a braid pole for that, Hella. Suchers, you've never caught a smallmouth and you live in places where smallmouth live? Thanks, Tim. If you call a 79 Bronco fancy, it's got some paint, but a lot of primer, and that's fine. That's fine. What else? Pike Love Snaggle Sally's even better. South Jersey, far enough to be around you. Yeah, you would think so, Jeremy. Somewhere. 79 Bronco, that's worth restoring. What else? Mine's a 95 Z71. K1500, they called them back there. Back in those days. We used to have we had 2 old Scouts. We had like a 75 and like a 72. They're gone somewhere. I don't know what my dad did with them. They were up at our river house. I think he just like took them to get worked on and like never picked them up. So who knows where they are. I would like to have them back though, because they ran. Needed some suspension work, but they ran. Tim, can you paint? You got all that body work and primer. Are you going to paint them? Dude, I probably watch more auto body paint YouTube videos than I do fishing. Like, it's probably one of my favorite things to watch. I love watching guys spray cars, trucks, whatever, bumpers. I'd like to do it myself if I had the place to do it. They're all up north. South Jersey, it can't be that long of a drive, dude. Like, you should be able to drive 2 hours and be on some juice somewhere, right? It is very satisfying. I don't know. It just seems like it's so free making those big long passes instead of the little short ones that I have to make, like cover a panel. Burns is going to go snatch some river smallies. You got some wood ready for him? Your little buzzer? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Let's see here. What are we doing? What am I doing? How long would it take to spray some Jeff Gordon flames on your truck with a micron? Yeah, it'd be a minute. It would be a minute. The Bronco runs, that's my play toy, but I got a lifted 05 Colorado that just needs freshening up. A short bed, 82 square body, a 2000 Chevy 3500 service body. See, that's something I'd like to have. Like, I'd like to have like a cat-eye dually with Allison Duramax with a service bed on it. And like 6-inch lift and like 35s, knobbies. And then have like an air compressor on it. Like all the shit you need to work on stuff. That would be the shit. Like something breaks on your truck, your boat. Like, oh, just pull my truck over here, I'll fix it. Got air tools on it. That would be like if I had tons of money, I would probably have that as my toy play truck. If I was filthy rich. Need a boat. South Jersey, is there any aspirations for you to get a boat in the future? Nothing came yet. Nothing came yet, JP. Hopefully they didn't. Hopefully they didn't get curious as to what was inside that box. No pressure, Pryor, but this is the last of the last. These are all leaving. Don't want to put any pressure on you. More of a dream than an aspiration, but I just get a John boat. I think that's all you need up there where you're at. Get you a John boat, deck the whole thing, get you about a 15 tiller, recess the trolling motor, put you a 36 volter on there. Shit, you'll be ready to go, dude. You cruise anywhere you needed to go. Cruise anywhere you need to go. I got a little fiberglass boat back there I'd like to redo. Another project that'll never get done because my dad stole the trailer out from under it. It used to sit on a nice galvanized trailer, but it sits on no trailer now. It just sits on the ground. It's a nice way to treat somebody's stuff. Mountain Fork River. They're just trucks I've got back there, and nothing special. It's just stuff I've accumulated. Yeah, everybody needs them. A little boneyard in the back, in case you need to drive something, you can hop in it. Brennan, at this rate, I'll never retire. I will never retire. Let's say South Jersey would be better off with 2 trolling motors than a gas motor. I don't know. Depends on how bad of a rainstorm popped up on him. That's how I always looked at it. It's good to have if you need it. If you need to fly. That's like when I got my boat, it had a 250 on it, and my dad said, "Why do you want a 250?" I said, "Because that's what it's rated for." And he said, "What the hell you need to go that fast for?" I said, "Well, say we're out fishing, you have a heart attack. Would you rather cruise back to the truck at 45 or 80?" He said, 80'd be good. Okay. I said, if we're up the river and lightning starts popping and we're surrounded by thunderstorms, would you rather go back to the truck at 45 or 75? 75 would be good. It's there if you need it. You don't have to use it all the time, but it's there if you need it. Bring the Duramax with the air compressor to ICAST. I didn't realize it, but I was watching. Some of y'all probably know this, but I didn't. Um, um, I was watching that. I think it was Vice Grip Garage, and he was working on some old truck, and he popped the hood, and it had a compressor under the hood, and it attaches to like the alternator or something. Like it's an attachment that you can like get this compressor pump and then run a hose to like a tank, and you can run a hose off of it to the back, and you can run like when your engine's running, it like builds air. They're like $600. I was like, damn, dude, that'd be awesome. I never knew you could buy them, and they sell them for like new trucks. I've never known anybody to have one, but if I would have known they would have had one, probably back in the day, I would have had one on my Tahoe and this truck. The biggest outboard on a bass boat. Yeah, we were talking about the Bass Cat guys having the 400 on one or 350, but none of the tournament guys can run that big stuff. Unfortunately, maybe they'll bump up the horsepower. It's been a while since something's changed. Like they went from 150s to 200s and then 200 to 250. So it's about time for. I feel like it's probably time for a change for Bass to up the horsepower rating, minimum, maximum, whatever, maximum. Um, y'all think we'll ever see that? You think 250 is where it's going to stay, or you think they're going to get up? The weirdest thing about here is that there's a tiny lake that allow outboards, but then the larger lakes have being electric only. That is odd. It is odd. Get you a Mike Iaconelli boat. Uh, Had big aspirations for some of the junk I've got parked around here, but a lot of times they are bigger than my eyes are bigger than my wallet. Yeah. I think the biggest thing, Tim, like if they're sitting in the yard, you're probably not going to do shit with them. But if they were sitting in a nice, open, clean shop with everything you needed to work on them, you would probably work on them more. Um, I want an Eric Simmons custom with 2 Suzuki 250s. That'd be the shit. Paint 50 Chads at ICAST and paint them black and walk away. Just drop your airbrush. Yeah, I just did that. I just painted those in the back of my truck. Me and Morgan were. I sent him a video. I said, dude, I can't wait for twin outboards to make their way into bass fishing. Like it's always been a thing in the saltwater world, but seeing it in bass fishing would be the shit. That sounds like a Bass Cat thing. Like I feel like Bass Cat is probably working on something that'll fit twins on it. But that'll be a whole like that'll have to be from scratch. Whatever that's going to be. It's going to have to be wide. Be cool though. Some sort of like catamaran style hull. Yeah, especially this time of year, Tim, when you're like, damn dude, I gotta go run all the damn snakes off of this thing. I gotta get the dirt daubers and the damn wasps out of the damn out from under it. Drag a battery out there and do all that. Like nobody wants to do that, especially when it's 6,000 degrees. Like I said, if it's in your shiny new AC shop and all your stuff sitting out there, yeah, you'd probably have them done by now. Um, oh, what are we looking at? Eyeballs. Start up and smell the mice fine. All right. Are these ready? Ready enough. Ready as they'll ever be. Oh. I didn't get that. I didn't get that luxury of starting up my blue truck to fry the mice because the mice had fried. The mice had already eaten every wire inside it. So I had, speaking of aspirations, I had aspirations that I was going to rebuild the wiring harness, except I was going to solder all the wires back together rather than using crimps. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling that anymore. Maybe though. Travis, jack shit, dude. What did we miss on your trip? Did the fishing ever turn around? They make a skiff and a catamaran design for this nasty level. A guy I did some HVAC work for gave me an 82 short bed Chevy. I had big plans on an 8-mile door slammer drag truck. Well, it's never too late, Tim. Tonight's the night. Go crank that hog up. Get it pulled into the driveway. Look at this beautiful little specimen. Scott, you got you one here, bro. You got you one here. Where's my paper? This one is Burns. Can you believe that? Same baits. Hold on. Speaking of frying critters, my buddy's garage door stopped working and it pulled the cover off and had a 5-foot rat snake was melted to the motherboard and stuck. Did you catch him on a crappie jig, Travis? Was the weather nice at least? Um, it's a sexy little number here too. Sorry if you're watching, Scott, and I'm blowing your surprise. I don't typically like to do that. If I paint somebody's baits, and I usually try not, and I have pictures of them, I typically try to not post them until they've received them. I feel like it's kind of dick. I'm hungry as hell, dude. White Walker Kick Knocker. There you go. Crappie jig would have been cooler. It's a lot of bait. A lot of bait. These are Scott York homegrown Scott York Customs. So it's his foray into bait building. A few personal baits. Some pretty good profiles in here. That Balsa B3 Killer B3 hybrid one's pretty sweet. Oh, kind of crooked. Mm-hmm. I might have to come back up here and paint these. I mean, clear coat these later. Marty, does Darren thin that dotting paint? Leaves a little mound, kind of like a peak on my eyes. You have to, Brendan. You have to. Sean, we were just talking about you. Everybody has come to the conclusion that they never want to pull a boat through Chicago ever again in their life. That if you've done it once, it's the last time you'll ever want to do it. This one's seen some better days on the bottom. A little light on the sealer, but should work. Should be able to cover all those boo-boos up. We're gonna look good to bend. I did see Ira was building some DB3-ish looking stuff. Which is not my favorite. When I saw him post those baits, I thought to myself, Ira, why are you wasting your time building a damn DB3, bro? Build something better. Build something square and shallow. Please. Yeah, that's right up Tim's alley. Right up Tim's alley. Hey, Bob. This one's pretty sexy. Past few days been constant downpours. Sounds like the South. Dude, my stomach is like eating itself. I haven't eaten today. Yeah, I do too. I do too, Tim. I like to fade it out. Kind of muted. Got some greens and some blues in it. Looking good. I need to clean this sticker. Hail? Hope not. I'm smushed on a bus with a bunch of hot, angry warriors. Life is grand. How's it smell in there? Musty? This little one's cool. Get some glitter on it. I was feeling glittery. What time is it? 4 o'clock. I might get these done and not have to come up here tonight. That would be nice. That would be nice. I'll probably get these eyes dotted and then use my remaining time while these dry to try and clean up this damn dump. Flat sides or something I never got into traveling. Yeah, Jeremy, they were never my thing anyway, or either. I never could. Which is why Burns and I started building baits, because he was building the game to build me the Fat Boy Slim. Or whatever it's called. I think that's what Burns called it. Is that what it was called, Burns? But I could never get bit on a flat side. But I didn't like throwing them. See, can you build me a big flat side? A big fat one? He said, of course. I think that's the problem, South Jersey. Our water never gets into the 40s. Like you might see 48 if it's like a really cold winter. But we haven't had cold winters in some time. I don't think winters get cold anymore. May say some weird stuff, maybe having a heat stroke. Hope not. If you're having a heat stroke, just let us know and we'll go check your mail for you. Deep level end, fish catching bait. Nobody talks about them. Not sexy. Not sexy enough. Yeah, I think it's more of a mood thing, Kyle. I'm with you. Your mailbox may be booby trapped. All right. One more. The hardest one. There we go. Here we go. Where's my paper? Where's my show-off paper? Should get a bite, I would think. If I were a bass, I'd eat it. Oh. All right. Done dotting, finally. Done dotting. All right, dudes. Oh, about to go get the airbrush ready to clear coat. Start cleaning up around here. Good talking to everybody. Check in tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and see what everybody's doing along the way as we go to the North Country. But it was good talking to everyone. We will check with y'all tomorrow. Adios, dudes.